Last year, No Kings protests held in June and October were among the largest single-day demonstrations in U.S. history. This year is no different, with organizers estimating 8 million people showing up to push back against what organizers say is an unprecedented expansion of power by President Donald Trump. People like Adrielle Knight in Colorado expressed their anger and frustration over feeling misrepresented by the government.
I want our officials to know that we are the ones that have hired them, that they need to listen to us, that...
No to Kings in America, protesters said.
USA, no ICE!
Across the nation, people showed up in cities that are large, such as New York City and Washington, D.C. And they showed up to cities that are smaller, such as Santa Fe, New Mexico, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Little Rock, Arkansas. The No Kings movement is a national-level movement, organized by prominent progressive organizations, including Indivisible, 50501, and Move On. Demonstrations happen thanks to hundreds of local organizers. Marie Herring, co-chair of Indivisible 515, spoke to the crowd at the Iowa Capitol in Des Moines.
So, what is this nation founded on? Is it government of? Government by?
But top Republican leaders dismissed last year's No Kings protests as hate America rallies backed by radical leftists. On Thursday, White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson called this year's demonstrations Trump derangement therapy sessions. Protesters expressed rage over Trump's wars in the Middle East. In St. Paul, Minnesota, Iraq War veteran Nizudeh Dinasha said he came to stand up for the Constitution.
I'm just here to stand up for the Constitution. I enlisted 20 years ago almost now, and I really believe in the Constitution, and I think the rights are being trampled. So I'm just here to stand up for people as a veteran.
In Washington, D.C., 72-year-old David Landolfi was dressed in his U.S. Marine fatigues bearing his name.
Know that not all military people approve of war.
Wars abroad are part of what led to former MAGA supporter and 34-year-old from Staten Island, Giuseppe Palazzolo, becoming disillusioned with the Trump administration. He showed up to the massive demonstration in New York City.
I've been a MAGA supporter from the very beginning. I believed in him. I thought that he would end wars, like he said in his campaign. He said he wouldn't start wars, said he'd bring peace to the Middle East. Now look at us.
Other protesters mentioned their concerns over treatment of immigrants in the country. In Little Rock, Arkansas, Eli Mann, an American-born son of El Salvadorian immigrants, said he stayed on the sidelines.
I saw videos of elderly people, people that are, the ones that we have to protect being harassed in vans by masked thugs and, people that were just treating them terribly, and I just couldn't stand by while that was happening.
In Camden, New Jersey, Democratic U.S. Congressional Senator Andy Kim said he and other politicians want to make sure ICE is defunded. The Senate this month approved a bill that would have funded every agency in the Department of Homeland Security except ICE and Border Patrol.
So at 2 a.m., we shut that down, and you saw we were in the Senate, State United, Democrats State United, and we got the Republicans to stop. We got something passed through that had $0 for us.
But House Republican leaders, incensed by the Senate measure, offered their own bill, approved mostly along party lines in the House, to fund the Homeland Security Department for 8 weeks. Throughout the day of protests, people expressed numerous fears. From the war to the rising cost of living, aggressive immigration enforcement and civil and voting rights, and the integrity of the Constitution.